Did T-Rex have feathers? Now, we actually don't have any direct fossil evidence of T-Rex possessing feathers. However, believe it or not, there is still a possibility that it did have them. Now, I'm sure that many of you are getting ready to type this right now, but what about those skin impressions that we found of T-Rex? They clearly show scales instead of feathers. Well, that's not exactly an end-all be-all thing, as those skin impressions only show small parts of the body. In fact, even if there was feathers present, like growing in between the scales, there's not really a good chance that those would be preserved as well. The Hell Creek Formation didn't exactly have the best ideal conditions for preserving feathers. Now, if we look at some of Tyrannosaurus's relatives, there is a good chance that T-Rex was at the very least partially feathered. It did belong to the Coelurosauria clade, which is a clade of theropods that includes several different feathered dinosaurs like dromaeosaurs, ornithomimosaurs, and even birds. And some animals that are in the same subfamily as T-Rex, like Eutyrannus, have shown evidence of feathers as well. So phylogenetically speaking, there's a higher chance that T-Rex had feathers than there is a chance for them to be, completely bald, so to speak. But the important thing is, what kind of feathers would T-Rex have? Would it be like this? Would it be completely covered with feathers, or almost completely covered, like how the Safari LTD thing shows? Well, probably not. One thing to consider is the fact that T-Rex was big. It was a big animal, and it lived in a pretty warm environment. Too many feathers would probably cause the animal to overheat. So instead, there's a good chance that T-Rex had the elephant method. What do I mean by that? Well, the elephant looks like it's completely hairless, right? Wrong. If you look closely at modern day elephants, you will see that there is a sparse amount of hair. Phylogenetically speaking, it makes sense for elephants to have hair because they are mammals. And most mammals today have hair. The same might have been true for something like T-Rex, given the fact that it belongs to a group that is so consistently feathered. So, much like elephants, there is a chance that T-Rex had small, sparse, hair-like feathers. Possibly even feathers that you wouldn't even be able to see, as shown in Prehistoric Planet. I mean, how many of you knew that there were feathers on this model? You wouldn't really know unless you looked close enough. So, yeah, did T-Rex have feathers? Maybe. We don't really know either way. We don't know if they did, and we don't know if they didn't. In this situation, you can really only say what is most likely, and there is a decent chance that they did have some type of feathering. They just wouldn't have looked like giant birds walking around.